everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome to MsMojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 most rewatched Drag Race moments.
Yes, you both call me losers. And I don't see you out there walking children in nature.
I never called you
You're not a loser.
No.
But your dad just calls me Katya.
Come on, Cirque du Soleil.
We're looking at memorable Drag Race moments that we never get tired of revisiting. As such, we will be issuing a spoiler alert. And be sure to let us know in the comments which moments you continue to revisit. All right, start your engines and let's get into it. Number 20, Laganja Estrange's grand entrance.
Come on, season 6, let's get sick me! Yeah.
One of the best parts of RuPaul's Drag Race is definitely meeting the queens at the start of the season. While it's just a first impression, their workroom entrances often give viewers a sense of who they are. Though there are no shortages of great introductions, one of the most memorable has to be Laganja Estrange's season 6 entrance.
Yes, bitch, work.
She came in with a fiery confidence, an amazing plaid number, and a perfect opening line.
Come on, season 6, let's get sick me! Yeah.
Of course, her unexpected death drop made the whole thing even better.
Laganja is known for her wild and amazing dance ability.
You could tell she had put a lot of thought into her arrival, and it paid off. There is no doubt that this queen's sickening entry is timeless. Number 19, BeBe Zahara Benet's Drag Up Your Life verse.
And now, it's the top 5 All-Stars, and it's time to drag up your life.
It's no secret that BeBe Zahara Benet always delivers. We got our first taste of her talent for songwriting all the way back in the first season. Her cover girl verse was, in a word, epic.
Face, 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 I get face, beauty face, you can take, it's okay.
So we were ecstatic when the Kitty Girls Challenge was announced during All Stars 3.
Yeah, I'm Pussy Beach. Ooh la 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 la. C'est bon, c'est bon.
When BeBe came out as Jungle Kitty in her head-to-toe leopard number, we knew we were in for a treat. And she definitely did not disappoint with her energetic Drag Up Your Life verse. It was quintessentially BeBe. Fun, lively, and full of personality. What more could anybody ask for? We're still obsessed with her lyrics to this day.
You can take my snatch, drag it up, wheel it up, give me more, bring it to the ball.
Number 18, Ongina's moment.
Ongina!
The first season of RuPaul's Drag Race was full of a vulnerability that made it extremely compelling to watch.
I'm a MAC Viva Glam woman because, like you and many others, I care. MAC donates 100% of Viva Glam proceeds to the AIDS and HIV Fund.
Naturally, this was thanks to how willing the queens were to share their personal experiences. In doing so, they helped others feel represented.
Educate, donate, and celebrate, because life is a celebration.
After winning the MAC Viva Glam Challenge, which centered around raising money for AIDS, Ongina revealed that she was HIV positive.
I just wanted to say, and I've been always so afraid to say it, that I've been living with HIV for the last 2 years of my life, and this means so much to me.
It was extremely raw and moving, and her willingness to share that part of herself was incredibly powerful. This wasn't just any other win. It was an emotional moment that transcended the competition and showed everyone just how amazing Ongina is.
You have to celebrate life. You keep going, and I keep going.
Number 17, Pearl versus RuPaul. Drama between the queens on Drag Race isn't exactly uncommon, but it doesn't typically extend to RuPaul. So we were pretty surprised when tension started brewing between Pearl and Ru on season 7.
Now, you have a very big personality. Pearl, you do not have a very big personality. How are you going to overcome that for this award?
I think that I have a great personality, actually.
After RuPaul implied that Pearl lacked personality, things took a turn. In response, the queen was blunt about how the comment was hurtful.
You were in the bottom last week.
Right.
And I want to make sure that this week you up the ante.
Well, you kind of told me I had no personality.
Ru claimed it was meant to serve as motivation, but an incredibly awkward silence followed. Of course, the words uttered by Pearl next are known to every fan of the show.
So there's something on my face.
Interestingly, the queen has since attributed her flage-da behavior on Drag Race to feeling discouraged by an interaction with RuPaul long before this incident. Number 16, Rihanna lip sync. When the eliminated queens returned in All Stars 2, things got even more interesting than they already were. As RuPaul announced that the top 2 returning queens would get the chance to lip-sync their way back into the competition, it was obvious we'd be in for some top-tier performances. After absolutely slaying their comedy routines, Alyssa Edwards and Tatiana stepped it up even further. Their lip sync to Rihanna's Shut Up and Drive was full of energy, great choreography, attitude, and flawless lip syncing. Their drive and passion were undeniable. Luckily, RuPaul agreed, and both queens re-entered the race. We couldn't look away then, and we are still mesmerized watching it back today.
Congratulations, you are both back in the competition.
Number 15, Not Today, Satan.
They want more, but then they want my ruffles too big and my hat's too much. I don't know.
If I am brutally honest.
Sure, be brutally honest.
Bianca Del Rio really infused Drag Race with some great humor and commentary during her time on the show. It's one of the reasons why Season 6 consistently stands out as one of the reality competition's best. Bianca has a plethora of quotable moments, and this confessional soundbite has stood the test of time as one of her best. As the queens returned to the workroom following BenDeLaCreme's elimination, they began talking about the judges' critiques. It was business as usual until Courtney Act criticized the outfit Bianca wore on the runway.
I kind of was thinking that you would turn out something that we hadn't seen.
Her response to Courtney's face was pretty standard, but in her confessional, Bianca showed just how little time she had for snide comments with this quote.
Not today, Satan, not today.
Number 14, Whiteout Elimination.
There's been 4 other times that I've been standing up here in this position deciding somebody's fate, and it is always a really difficult decision.
BenDeLaCreme was a frontrunner during her time on All Stars 3. So when she won the lip sync for Your Legacy in the Handmaids to Kitty Girls episode, nobody was surprised. She had 2 jobs. Pick one of the eliminated queens to re-enter the race, and send someone home.
I'm trying to pick through what the reasoning would be to send anybody home.
I'd love to talk to all 3 of the rest of the 5.
Same here. Come with me.
But it doesn't make sense to me.
After giving Morgan McMichaels a second chance at the crown, DeLa did something that had us screaming. She sent herself home.
I'm going home.
Of course, she isn't the first queen to want to leave the competition. Though she was ultimately told to sashay away by RuPaul after a lip sync, Chanel also nominated herself to be eliminated in the first season.
Chanel, who should be eliminated tonight?
I'm so glad you asked me this question. I nominate myself.
Number 13, The Same Parts.
Tatiana, talent is spoken word.
This piece is entitled The Same Parts.
Tatiana really proved how multifaceted and talented she is during her time on Drag Race. She is at the origin of many memorable moments on the show.
Other ugly-ass bitches ain't standing no chance.
There is no doubt that her act during the talent show Extravaganza is one we especially love revisiting. She performed a gender-bending spoken word piece all about drag entitled The Same Parts.
He doesn't know it, but I'm getting firm too.
To say it was sensational is an understatement. Not only was the piece itself clever and funny, Tatiana also really brought the number to life with her delivery.
Because what you see isn't always the truth. Say it with me. What you see isn't always true. Thank you.
She commanded the room and told a story.
The same parts.
The same parts.
It was a journey from start to finish, and we loved every second of it.
A 90s beatnik doing a spoken word piece about her genitals. Tatiana's number is my absolute favorite.
Number 12, Sorry Not Sorry lip sync.
Not payback, this bad chick, and baby, I'm the baddest. Stop playing with a savage, can't have this.
We're always excited when the time for Snatch Game rolls around, and while it was undoubtedly entertaining in season 11, it's the lip sync between Evie Oddly and Brooklyn Heights that stole the show. While nobody ever wants to be in the bottom 2 on Drag Race, these queens really embraced the challenge. They delivered a mind-blowing performance to Demi Lovato's hit song Sorry Not Sorry. The queens left everything on that stage, brought an unbeatable energy to the lip sync, and really embodied the essence of the tune. Not to mention, the acrobatics were insane.
Come on, Cirque du Soleil!
In fact, Evie and Brooklyn were both so good that their performance actually resulted in a double Shantae.
Shantae, you both stay.
Number 11, the sugar daddy conversation.
I don't have a sugar daddy, sweetheart. Everything that I've had, I've worked for.
If you're not watching Untucked, you're only getting half the story. Untucked is full of moments from past seasons that stand the test of time. Who could ever forget the explosive fight between Shangela and Mimi I'm First? When Shangela started critiquing Mimi's futuristic runway look, things started to get heated. In response, she essentially called Shangela's look basic. Not only that, she attributed her glamorous fashion to her having a sugar daddy who foots the bill.
Boo, just because you got a sugar daddy who pays for everything for you.
Needless to say, Shangela was not having it.
I don't have a sugar daddy. I've never had a sugar daddy. If I wanted a sugar daddy, yes, I probably could go out and get one because I am what? Sickening. You could never have a sugar daddy because you are not that kind of girl.
She went off about how she works for what she has before throwing her drink on Mimi, who responded by doing the same.
Baby, everything I've had, I've worked for and I've gotten myself. I built myself from the ground up. No, you bitch!
It is a roller coaster ride of drama, but one we never tire of getting on. Number 10, Roxy Andrews double wigs. Everyone knows that a wig reveal on RuPaul's Drag Race can be hit or miss. When queens do them poorly, they often don't survive to compete another day. But when done properly, the payoff can be big.
Get ready for the lip sync of your life.
One queen who really executed the maneuver flawlessly was Roxy Andrews, and she was the first queen to ever do it on the show. When she found herself lip-syncing for her life to Willow Smith's Whip My Hair against Alyssa Edwards, Roxy had a trick up her sleeve. She didn't just take off her wig, she had another one on her head ready to go.
Don't tell me nothing, I'm just trying to have fun. So keep the party jumping, so what's up?
The look on RuPaul's face is simply priceless. And we have to say, Roxy chose a fitting occasion given the song they were lip-syncing to.
There's no holding back, there's no tiptoeing around. I have to bring everything.
Number 9, Alyssa Edwards versus Coco Montrese. It took no time at all for the drama to make its way to season 5. The minute Coco Montrese and Alyssa Edwards saw each other, tensions started rising.
Miss Coco, you're gonna have to do a little bit more pink in that eye.
Well, you concerned about what's going on over here when you need to be worried about what's going on over there.
Their feud had started long ago, and during the season we got bits and pieces of the story. Things really reached a boiling point the week of Snatch Game. As the girls got ready in the workroom, Coco and Alyssa began arguing. But after Edwards called Montrese's makeup orange, things escalated.
Girl, look how orange you look, girl.
They began rehashing their Miss Gay America pageant conflict, and their unresolved feelings around the situation were obvious. One thing is for sure. This argument proved that they were prepared to fight each other for the title of America's Next Drag Superstar.
I'm not joking, bitch.
Number 8, Read You, Wrote You.
Hey girls, my name's Alaska. I got a tiny little question to ask ya.
For the final group performance of All Stars 2, we were treated to a rendition of Read You, Wrote You. Alaska, Roxy, Katya, and Detox all brought their A-game and made it a moment to remember.
D to the E to the T to the O to the whole do.
The verses, the choreography, and the queens' chemistry with one another was absolutely off the charts. Everything about their performance came together and worked on every level.
But your dad just calls me Katya.
Each queen infused their verse with their unique personality to the point where even the less well-received parts are now considered iconic.
I'm gonna show you what I can do.
It was the cherry on top of an already outstanding season. No matter how many times you watch them perform it, this number never ceases to be mesmerizing. Number 7, Willam's disqualification.
Willam, will you please step forward?
After winning the duet challenge alongside her teammate Latrice Royale, Willam stole the show in an unprecedented way. First, she threw up while standing at the back of the stage, but that wasn't all. After Fifi O'Hara and Sharon Needles lip-synced for their lives, RuPaul took everybody by surprise and called Willam to the front. What followed was unbelievable. She was disqualified for violating the rules.
It has come to my attention that you have broken the rules.
No further explanation was given, and we had to wait until the reunion for details.
Audience, let's say it together. What did Willam do?
As if that wasn't intense enough, Willam has since revealed that there was actually much more to the story. Her disqualification is one of the most shocking things to happen on the show, and watching it unfold never gets old.
Your actions have consequences.
Number 6, Party City.
In the last runway, I was pretty sure I was in the bottom 2. So I brought you up.
After the infomercial challenge, Sharon Needles called out Fifi O'Hara's leadership skills when talking to the judges on the runway.
I thought it was kind of sloppy just to...
Because I told you to do something that you're good at?
This led to their notorious fight the following week as tensions remained. When Sharon went to talk to Fifi about the situation, things did not go well. They began fighting about the previous week's challenge, and namely about who deserved the credit for Sharon's challenge win.
You obviously won the goddamn challenge.
Because
of me. Because I told you to go in your closet and dig out that goddamn gothic look.
This resulted in the now infamous exchange between the two, where they insult each other's drag style. This clash gave us one of the most explosive and referenced arguments Drag Race has ever had.
Tired-ass showgirl.
Showgirl, at least I am a showgirl, bitch. Go back to Party City where you belong.
Number 5, Backrolls. As evidenced by her orange makeup fight with Coco Montrese, Alyssa Edwards' secret is that drama finds her wherever she goes. Even though this argument was between Edwards and Jade Jolie this time around, Coco Montrese was front row with popcorn.
Get her, Jade.
Edwards called Jolie a joke, and she responded by calling Alyssa a mean girl and insulting her appearance. She went so far as to say that she had rolls on her back.
Girl, you had rolls all over the place in the back. It was disgusting.
Of course, Alyssa's confessional response was glorious. They often say you convey more with a look, and she is truly proof of that. Her reaction and facial expression are unbeatable.
Backrolls.
No matter how many times you watch it, this moment never loses its comedic impact. Number 4, Sasha Velour's Roses.
Whitney Houston, so emotional.
Sasha Velour's lip sync against Shea Coulee to So Emotional in the season 9 finale is still talked about today. The stakes were high, and so were everybody's expectations. To say Sasha Velour came prepared is an understatement. Her entire performance was heavy on rose petals, from the ones in her gloves to the flower she held at the beginning. But it really became epic when she took off her wig to reveal a cascade of roses underneath. Both queens brought it, but there is no doubt that Sasha Velour's rose petal extravaganza gave her an edge, and gave us a moment to watch on a loop. Number 3, drag is not a contact sport.
You gotta make sure that you're always the one that's in front.
Usually when we remember a lip sync for your life, it's because the queens either really delivered or were lackluster. But that's not quite why Mimi I'm First and India Farah's season 3 lip sync is so iconic. It's actually because Mimi lifted India off the ground unexpectedly in an effort to stand out. Farah was not amused, and nobody knew how to react to what had just happened. But when the lip sync ended, RuPaul made her feelings on the matter very clear with this now legendary quote.
Drag is not a contact sport.
While Mimi I'm First was told to sashay away, we will always have this moment to look back on.
So listen up. Drag is not a contact sport.
Number 2, Vanessa Vanjie Mateo's exit.
Vanessa may be gone, but Vanjie lives on, honey. Angie!
Somebody always has to be the one to go home first. But the first queen eliminated can still create a lasting impression during their time on RuPaul's Drag Race. we've seen it happen more than once. The best example has to be the inimitable Miss Vanessa Vanjie Mateo.
Now, sashay away.
After being told by RuPaul to sashay away in the first episode, Miss Vanjie made sure nobody would ever forget her name. And we mean that quite literally, since she repeated it numerous times as she left the runway.
Miss Vanjie, Miss Vanjie, Miss Vanjie.
Christina Aguilera may have been the celebrity judge of this episode, but Miss Vanjie absolutely stole the spotlight with her exit.
Miss Vanjie, Miss Vanjie, Miss Vanjie.
It even earned her a spot on season 11 of the show.
Bitch, I'm back. I'm back by popular demand.
There are just so many. I had like 5 other entries that didn't actually make this list. So, what is more rewatchable than Vanjie's exit? I'll give you a clue. It does result in a queen sashaying away, epically. So, let's look through some honorable mentions and then we'll see our top most rewatched Drag Race moment.
Not RuPaul's best friend race? LaShawn Beyond and Jiggly Caliente go at it.
This is not RuPaul's best friend race.
Sherlock.
The shade of it all. Latrice Royale tells it like it is.
Girl, the shade of it all.
Little Edie impression. Jinx Monsoon's risky Snatch Game choice paid off.
How is Big Edie doing?
She's always begging for the pate, but the label is faded. I can never tell if it's pate or if it's giblets for the cats.
Latrice Royale's prison performance. Latrice cracked us all up.
Hey, get those nuts away from my face.
A crystallized chicken. Kennedy Davenport hilariously explained this runway look.
After a night of hooking, I got attacked and thrown in the fire and crystallized. So I come out a fierce glamazon drag queen, honey.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Valentina's mask. Valentina's mask fiasco has gone down in the Drag Race history books as one of the craziest moments on the show. As she began lip-syncing to Ariana Grande's Greedy, she left the veil covering her mouth from her runway look on.
Stop, hold up. All right, enough.
It didn't take long before RuPaul stopped everything and told her to remove it. But Valentina didn't want to.
Take that thing off of your mouth.
I'd like to keep it on, please.
Once Ru made it crystal clear that it was not a negotiation, she obliged. Of course, that's when everyone realized that Valentina simply didn't know the lyrics and everything made sense. Even if you've seen this clip more times than you can count, as most of us have, it never stops being entertaining. We could not believe what was happening then, and we honestly still can't.
I never imagined this is the way that it was gonna end.
So I was thinking, I actually rewatched the Trixie All-Stars 3 Snatch Game performance, even though, well, we all know. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. No shade, I live, honestly. Anyway, be sure to let us know in the comments what you rewatch most from Drag Race America, or come tell me on Twitter or Instagram at Rebecca Brayton, or on my YouTube channel. See ya.